Apothecary Diaries, new opening, season 2, episode 13. I guess it's about that time, right? Wow, very dramatic. Interesting. What's with the fox masks? Even Mao, the cat, is wearing a fox mask. Are we all just wearing a mask? What is real? What's a mask? I'm happy to see the cat featured more. Suspicious. Weird, weird. It's kind of cool. Seems like there's a theme emerging that I'll surely understand better later. What is that? We just totally switched styles, which is interesting. Something about a mask. I'm getting mask, fox mask, and it's devoid of color this time. Oh my god. Oh, look, it's the con. And again, the moon on the wall. I feel like that transition was on purpose. Someone tried to push Mama off the wall. You guys are cool. I like how it's the cat fans. This is the cat slide, cat club. This is kind of a cool shot. Lacan is, you know, he's Lacan. I'm not really the biggest fan of his, but sometimes you forget he commands an entire army, which is pretty cool. Hi. Still don't exactly trust one of you. On the left, I trust Shaolin, of course. And Bingsu. That's a crazy technology for this era. Do we have ice? Is that a... This could be someone else. This could be a disguise. This could be, what's her name? She's still out there. We don't know where she is. This sort of looks like her. Oh, man. I made it 13 seconds into the episode before my paranoia emerged again. Trust no one except Shaolin. Speaking of which, about the intro, it's very intriguing. I'm sure the butterfly thing has multiple meanings, but it's cool that it seems like at least one element of that is a new version of something we've been seeing in various different motifs. Maybe similar to the whole flower thing in the first opening and, you know, elsewhere in the show of like blossoming. You become this beautiful, fully realized thing, but the flip side of that is the enhanced danger. Fragility. You know, you become the emperor or emperor's wife, and then you're plucked or captured and put in a cage. And then a shot of Lulan. Very mysterious still up to this point, Lulan. Episode 37, The Baths. Seems like this episode is where a lot of things will become uncovered. Are you looking for work? Oh, wow. That's kind of scary. You're not going to leave us, right? How do you... No, we don't. We do not have any connections for Shaolin. We know no one in any industry. And I say that because I love you. No, Mama, no. Don't even bring it up. And, you know, she could probably talk books, which, you know, someone out there might like, maybe. It's not a suggestion I make at all to Shaolin, but how do you feel about Apothecary? That also, I guess, is fair, yeah. We almost got shot last time. You. Can you get hired here? There's no actual, like, jobs here? Okay. Let's hear her out. The social club. I have a little bit of a sore spot about this, actually, because I feel like growing up, I just heard endlessly about networking. It feels sort of soulless to me, and the times that I've tried to go down that route, either like deliberately trying to make connections for the purposes of work, or leaning on connections I already had in my extended circle, perhaps. Not only was it a little bit uncomfortable, but it also never worked, even with really great connections. What's funny, though, is like the addendum to that is after I totally gave up on networking, down the road, I started getting really interesting jobs from people in my circle, but in a way that made me realize I had the order reversed. In those cases, it was like the friendship was the friendship for the friendship's sake. There was no ulterior motive. And it just so happened that like an opportunity arose that naturally fell my way. But that's not really plannable or actionable necessarily, or it gets weird if it's plannable or actionable. So then it's like, what's the point of this networking concept at all anyway? You should just like try to get a job on merit. And if you happen to get lucky through a friendship, that's great. I feel like we just wanted to have a bath episode. 1,000 people, damn. That's crazy. Also, I like don't want that. I don't know. People really like baths, apparently. This is like a new lore drop. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to shower before entering. We're uncovering the mysteries of... Oh. Mao, for, you know, whatever reason, seems a lot more interested in Shisui than she does in Jinchi. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's the rules. I bet Mama has the best shampoos. I bet she brings her own shampoo.
医局にあった洗髪剤シャオランも使ってみる
Oh, she didn't make it. Might be illegal.
目つぶってて
I remember my first time applying shampoo. There's something bizarre about this whole thing. I think you may have used too much. You used all of it.
私は水拭きでいいかな。そう気持ちいいのに。
You need the cold bath, too. You need to alternate hot and cold. I'm something of a bath professional myself.
してっていうのは
あ、そうだった。
There's no one here, even though it can fit hundreds of people. This is a wild mix of like fantasy and reality. 3 attractive women lathering each other up, all alone in a bathhouse built for hundreds of people. That is a fantasy. Failing at networking, painfully real. It's funny, I'm like, this is just the excuse to have the bath. And no job talk was had at all. I may not know who the killer is, but I solved that mystery, didn't I?
大丈夫。入っていいし、ではこの先にあるんだから。
Gotta take a risk.
ははんなるほどね
Disguising yourself as a servant?
少し強めにお願い。わかりました。
Act like you've been there before.
じゃあ失礼します。
I now see that I was not networking correctly.
帝のお手つきがないんだろうなお手つきがあれば嫌がらせを警戒して
For some girls, this would be the jackpot, right? Was that Mama zooming in on her leg hair? I bet the Emperor wouldn't like that. I mean, it's not as bad as tripping, but...
それ何？
Leg hair remover?
お試しになりますか
The grand irony here will be Mao is the one whose services are in hot demand.
とりあえず様子見ね。次はいつ入るの？
Exactly.
いつにしましょうか
あさってあたりでしょうか。
What do you pay? Is this a job? Like, how does it work exactly?
こうやって普段お近づきになれない妃た
Right,
ちと知
right.
り合う
Well, I guess, yeah,
これがシステム
Shalon can move
の
up, right?
してか
She's just a laundry girl. She can move up to the concubine palace.
あの後列ができてたもんね。
How much did
この
you
間までやってた女官が
earn?
年季明けて辞めちゃっ
We
た
are
とこ
nothing.
なんだ。
へえ止水よく知ってるね
A suspicious amount of stuff.
こういう使わない櫛とか首飾りをくれることもあるよ。
Yay.
その度に他の妃をマッサージするために長居するなんて本ニャン様になんて言われるか
You're gonna get caught eventually? I like the spirit though. Very entrepreneurial. So you make connections so that when they leave, they maybe take you with them. She's really playing the long game. She's a little bit too worldly. I don't know. Sort of like Mao, but...
湯殿でマッサージを？
Oh, we asked for permission?
ダメですよ、ね、
Butt out.
はい分かってます
No one asked you.
いいじゃないの、本にゃん。
Right, Hongyang?
ああいう場では気が緩んで思わぬ話が飛び出すものよ。
Owned. Your opinion doesn't matter.
面白い話があったらぜひ聞かせてね。だそうです。
Go away. I don't know why. I'm so annoyed with these, like, concubine assistants. I don't answer to you. I mean, I do answer to you, but also I don't answer to you. It just bothers me as somebody who has worked in these sort of systems. If you really want to have fun, take this structure and then throw in a little dash of cultural differences. That's fun. So Shalon is looking for a job, and instead Mama picks up a second job as a spy, palace spy.
さすが玉葉様止水並みに抜け目がない
Yeah, isn't that a little bit suspicious for Shisui? Is it just me?
ここではいろんな話が聞けるんだよな
Yeah, people do love to talk.
玉葉様ご解任の噂はとうに
Oh,
広ま
that's
ってい
kind of
る
alarming.
男か女かいつ生まれるのかというところまで
Wow, yeah,
噂
word
され
travels
ている
fast. There's like the extreme cynical way of thinking about this of like, if more than one person knows, it's not a secret. I mean, it's worth having that as a framework for when the stakes are really high. And also, I feel like it's very easy to naively only look at this in one direction, right? Like it all flows downstream to you, but you know, it's probably more like an open pond where it's all mixing, you know, people are talking about you too, which I think actually, you know, the real antidote to that, the strongest antidote to that is not necessarily like, I can't tell anyone anything, none of your business, which I see sometimes as a reaction. And like, you know, I have the instincts for it too. And instead, even though it's kind of a crazy thought, don't do or say anything you wouldn't want anyone else to know about, which is a pretty crazy high standard, but like nevertheless. And I mean, that doesn't cover everything, right? There's other things that are not really about you and your choices. It's about other people or incidental things. But like in which case, it's probably best not to talk about that anyway for different principles, right? And I will say in the moments where I feel like I do this right, it does feel really good to know like there's nothing that anybody can have on you. Not because they don't know anything, but because you haven't done anything. Like you've conducted yourself in a way that you feel good about. And I guess there's maybe another potential problem if like you've acted totally in accordance with what you believe in, but you're still worried about people knowing certain things about you or using certain things about you, then that is maybe like you haven't squared away certain other things, like a sense of self-reliance or self-trust or belief in yourself that you can navigate issues. This is rambling, but it's also, I think, relevant because Mama has a pretty refined sense of this, I would say, because she's very conscientious of other people's secrets. But then with herself, while she does have this kind of inner monologue of like, keep everything contained because it's risky, she also just like leads with her moral compass and things fall the way they're meant to fall for her, at least so far. She does seem to have faith in herself and her choices and her compass. You can imagine an alternate version of Mama where she's like, I can't let anyone know about my apothecary hobbies, all my weird bug stuff.
それ以上に気になるのはローラン妃も解任しているので
Oh,
はという
that would
噂
really mix things up, having 3 of them at once, at least.
いつも奇抜な服を着てるじゃない。
Yeah, people keep pointing that out.
めっきり外出が減ってるし。
So many unique looks.
ローラン妃が来て半年以上経つ
Uh-huh.
先代から使える交換師匠様の娘として
Yeah,
割り物入り
Shisho.
で上級妃になったのだ
We
か
went to
ら
his party recently.
上級妃4人のうち3人が誤解に
Wow.
か
Yeah.
めでたいというか物騒というか
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well put.
すっごく気持ちいい。
When do I get paid?
次はいつ来るの？
When you pay me. Shalan rethinking her
こ
job
この
quest.
噂話でよく聞くのが
あそこにいるかな。一人かっこいいカンカンが入ったんだ
Oh,
って
that's interesting too. That might mix things up.
噂で聞いたんだよね。
30!
新しいカンカンが30人も増え
That's
たんだ
kind
っ
of
て。
sad.
新しいってもう宦官に
Right, yeah. I was about to say
じゃ
that.
なかった
I thought this was outlawed.
元奴隷だよ。
Oh, they come from somewhere else. Maybe military conquest?
シスイって虫にしか興味なさそうに見えて結構賢いんだな
Right. Like I said, very worldly.
まあ、ジンシ様ほどじゃないと思うけどね。
Well, I mean, that's an unreasonable standard.
どうしたのママを。
No one is as handsome as Lord Jinji.
そういえば、マオマオってジンシ様とよく
Oh
さっき
no.
の使いでね
Getting too close here. Speaking of secrets, this is the one we can't let get out. My hand will never be clean. It smells like frog.
あれは帰る帰る
Sure.
あれは
Yes.
なんでリーシュ様が
Taking a bath, probably. But she has her own bath. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. The triplets. There are so many characters.
あなたどういう経緯で翡翠宮に仕えているの？
Why?
なぜ疑り深い玉葉があなたを信頼しているかということよ。
Why do I have to answer to anyone except for her? To Gokukyo. Why am I answering to anyone who's not my boss? Is this for Lady Gokukyo? Because if it's not, goodbye.
そばにいる怪しい女官が気になるのも当然だ
Yeah, but you came. Okay, you came later. You guys came later. You just got here. I've been here this whole time.
私はただの毒味役ですもし玉葉様に毒が盛ら
Then
れた
I
ら
die. Right.
聞いてはいたけど本当にさっくりした性格ね。
はあありがとうございます
それと外にお
I don't know
友
if that
達
was a
が多いよう
compliment.
だけどほどほどにしてもらいたいわ。
You try to keep it under control.
今日湯殿に一緒に行きませんか
湯
What are you hiding? This also could be strategic. Keep your friends close and your suspicious enemies closer.
殿この子がマオマオのお友達ですか。それは
Creepy.
それは
Oh, is this what she was hiding?
あの
Is this fan service?
おお十分立派じゃない。
That's what she was hiding.
つつましやかな方がいいじゃない。むむ
これは敵に回したぞ
We are very modest. Very, very modest.
まあ恥じらう余裕もなくなりますよ
Sadly, that's not how that works. I wish busyness cured shyness, but it doesn't.
塗りたくるの。
はい鶏肉のように塗りたくってください気が緩んで口が軽くなりますから
We're spies. We're spying.
じゃあ揉みますね。
Man, this concubine really does a whole lot of nothing.
上級妃がこっちの湯殿にわざわざ来たら周りが萎縮するんじゃ
Yes, we all. Oh my god!
大丈夫ですか？
Just ate it. I was about to say, as we all know, Lishu is extremely intimidating. Everyone's a gangster until Lishu shows up. All that oil.
まああれなら萎縮されないか
At least we seem to have one friend now.
また人を化け物を見るような目で少しは慣れてほしいんだけど
Why is Lishu scared?
カミソリ負けしてる
Oh, we can fix that. We have the technology.
新しい脱毛
You
法
could use. I like how Mama just crushes everything. Just rises to the top. Whatever she's doing, wherever she is, whatever field it is.
優しくしますから
Oh, you like this. You enjoy doing this. Maybe it's oddly satisfying. I can see that. Is this the beach episode? Is this Apothecary Diaries version of the beach episode? The swimsuits, suntan lotion, and, you know, the quote-unquote fan service, all the titillations.
お疲れ様でした。こういうものりましたので、肌荒れも少ないと思います。
そう。
This is the most relaxed she's been since she came to the palace.
ええ、そうですね。
She's just used to abuse, honestly.
先手がなくなって出家した後に、また妃にされて高級に戻ってきた。
What a roller coaster.
考えるとかわいそうなの上だな。
Great arc for her to have, though, later.
よかったらお礼に冷たいジュースでも。
I mean, usually we take combs, but, I mean, cold juice is nice, I guess.
ところで、
This is where we get the information. We buttered her up,
したんですか?
or oiled her up,
金剛宮にも湯殿があるはずでは。
and now the spying begins. And poor Lishu, she's so helpless. She's just gonna fall right into the trap. Poor girl. Even Mao Mao uses her as a puppet.
テルの。
Oh. Is it a curse? I was not expecting this. Okay. This sounds like a problem for Mao Mao next time. That just ruined the whole sexy vibe. Why? Why do I feel so suspicious of her? I feel like this is deliberate though. Like this episode, Mao was kind of musing on how does she know so much? Why is she so good at everything like me? She's just random like laundry worker. It's weird. I don't know what to make of it, man. I just have a weird feeling about it. It would be wholesome if she's just a friend, right? Odd ending. Can't quite put my finger on why. It's very low-key. The music also ends very abruptly. And then she's faking a smile? Is that what it is? She's like, oh, it's smile time. We're looking at each other and smiling. Am I just being cynical and paranoid? I mean, yes, but like, is it for nothing? This also was a weird episode overall. It was like 50% girl-on-girl skinship, 30% lore, and 20% nagging by people whose opinions don't matter. Maybe the most interesting and intriguing thing out of this episode was just like a little flash of like, maybe Lulan's pregnant, which is huge news. And also speculation about like, who is she? Why does she keep looking different? But then that was just sandwiched in between like oiling up a girl's legs and like, look how unmodest my boobs are. And Mao Mao's hair plucking fetish, apparently. I guess actually it's a lot to take in.